we have a lot of Epstein items to cover, including the UK authorities basically ignoring multiple chances to investigate Jeffrey Epstein. Plus, there's a new lawsuit against the Epstein estate. We'll get into that. Another victim is bypassing the victims fund and going directly to a lawsuit. And there's a theory out there that all this Epstein stuff that's going on lately, especially with Prince Andrew, is to distract from the bigger story, which is former President Bill Clinton. It's not me saying that. I want them to know because I don't want to become a part of that whole party count thing.
Isn't it the Blintons?
The Blintons. Batman does not go down on Catwoman, according to DC. Batman doesn't eat pussy is the story. And there are people that are trying to get Jeff Bezos to buy the Mona Lisa so he can eat it.
What the hell is going on out there?
Janine has an update on her Dunkin Donuts saga. We have an update on the SINK thingy drama.
I can't with this thing anymore. I love the SINK thingy. I still use the SINK thingy. But this is killing me.
End of the show is going to be epic. Stick around for that. But let's get into the Epstein story here. All right, so this is a big Channel 4 reveal. Channel 4 over in the UK, it's one of their channels. And it works,
you might
checks
call
out.
it an English channel.
Yeah, totally checks out.
Sorry,
sorry, I gotta make this one here. Okay. They're saying that the UK police had multiple chances to investigate the Epstein claims and that they've passed on it every single time. Is this not the most insane bit of crooked?
Yeah, I mean, what were they told? You know, was it like, hey, there's this guy who's doing shady shit, or hey, I'm a victim. Here's what's going on. Hello.
Okay.
You know, was it specifics? What were
Here
they
it
told?
is. Channel 4 did an investigation. They found that more than a half a dozen claims of young women and girls have alleged they have been targeted, trafficked, groomed, abused in the UK by Jeffrey Epstein and Ghislaine Maxwell over a period spanning more than a decade.
Yeah, that you don't ignore.
Some of those victims have provided detailed accounts of their experiences. The evidence comes from a combination of publicly available documentation, including court papers, witness accounts, and interviews. The alleged offenses detailed the accounts included in serious... well, okay, we know what they are. I'm not going to lie though. Channel 4 News investigation reveals that despite this, the Metropolitan Police, or the Met Police, chose not to carry out a full criminal investigation into these alleged offenses, despite many of these claims being in the public domain, a direct approach from at least one victim, and widespread evidence that Epstein had abused young women through a global criminal enterprise. Serious questions have been raised about why the force failed to carry out a full criminal investigation, including whether Prince Andrew's involvement with Maxwell and Epstein had any bearing on their decision to not fully investigate it, and whether the Metropolitan Police faces a conflict of interest due to the role of its officers serving in proximity as royal protection officers.
Yikes.
So meaning it is their duty to protect the royal family. Prince Andrew is in the royal family, by the way. He denies all wrongdoings. I have to say that legally. And they're basically saying this would be in conflict of interest. You can't do both.
Well, which is weird. I mean, that's like the police here in America. They protect citizens. They have higher ups that they, but they're also the law. They have to enforce the law.
Yeah, it's different here because like the Secret Service is in charge of protecting our government, not just the president, the vice president.
Right, but that's a separate entity. That's
right.
Not the cops. They don't investigate. The Secret Service just monitors where the president is and everything and takes care of that area. But they don't investigate.
We have the Department of Justice. We have other avenues.
Right. I mean, don't the British, don't they have those kinds of things though? They don't just have the police. They have other branches of things.
Who was 007? Where did he serve? I forget. Is it MIT? Where's that? I feel like we should get 007 on this, at least.
I'll settle for 006.
One of the double O's got to be around. Legal experts who reviewed the claims for Channel 4 News said the allegations provide clear grounds for an investigation and accused the Met Police of failing in their legal duty to launch a full criminal inquiry.
Yep.
I mean, we're not even talking about like conviction, arrest. We're talking about just lift the rock up and see what's underneath a little bit. They didn't even want to do that.
They didn't do a thing.
And this is the most crooked shit I've ever heard.
Man, doesn't end. It's just that the more stuff every day, there's just more and more shit. There's never a day where it's like, oh, some good news. It's just digging deeper, and there's just more crap coming up.
In 2015, the Met Police chose not to open a full criminal investigation into an incident involving Epstein, Maxwell, and Prince Andrew in 2001, despite a complaint from a third party who passed on evidence of serious criminal activity involving the exploitation of a vulnerable young woman. In 2019, the Met Police carried out a review of that decision and concluded that no further action was required. So they passed on it the first time and then went, let's look back and see if we were right. Oh, yeah, we were right. And they passed on it again.
That's insane. And especially someone comes in, a bunch of people, and someone has evidence. And I mean, what does it take to get a criminal investigation going? An accusation. You don't even need evidence most of the time. It's just an accusation half the time, I feel.
One of the alleged UK victims and her legal team spoke directly with the Met Police officers in 2016 and urged them to investigate. When Channel 4 News had previously asked questions about this direct approach, the Met Police had not provided any answers and ignored the questions. The Met Police has never publicly acknowledged this direct approach, instead providing public statements referring only to the third-party complaint in 2015. A spokesperson for the Met Police told Channel 4 News it would review the information put to them by the program. However, they said they stand by their decision not to open a full investigation.
Yeah, look how that worked out. Way to go. Way to call that one.
I mean, this is insane. And we got to talk about it because, I mean, this was trending for a little while. And I feel like more people have to talk about it because you got to put that pressure on the royal family to look into this. I mean, this is insane. We can't be the only country that is looking into this.
No, a question. I don't know. This is going to be me asking a really dumb question.
Mm-hmm.
If, let's say I live in England and I want to, let's say I'm one of the victims, I go to the police, they don't help me. They, nope, we're not going to help. Can that person as a victim go to another country?
No.
Can't go to a different country.
Jurisdiction.
Right next door and say, listen, I mean, it's an international, this guy is all over the place.
Unless you were part of traffic, unless you went from one place to another, that's a different story. Because that's trafficking. That's different.
Yeah. And if this guy's living everywhere, all around the world, they can't do anything.
I
Can't go
guess
to France and go, hey, cops, you might want to look into this guy. But I guess what are they going to do? Look into a British citizen? Yeah, it's weird. I don't know how the union worked. The whole European Union.
Yeah, this is all basically to protect Prince Andrew, which is just utterly insane. Utterly insane. There's another victim who's come forward here. Her name, let me see here. 27-year-old woman. She claims that Epstein,
Yep.
And is suing the estate for $500 million. She's alleging that she has a serious bone disease stemming from a brutal attack. According to, wait, hold on. My Siri's going off because I said serious bone disease. According to this report, Caroline Kaufman, who last year said she was left suicidal after being abused by Epstein in his Manhattan mansion during a fake model casting when she was 17. She developed osteomyelitis after he hit her in the face. It's a rare and serious bone disease causing deep pain and muscle spasms. Kaufman alleges that a woman approached her at a horse show in upstate Lake Placid and later called to invite her to Epstein's Upper East Side home, where she was also abused. And at a party attended by Prince Andrew. This is according to The Sun. Kaufman previously told the outlet that Andrew gave her a big hug and kind of brushed against her chest with his hand, although she said she couldn't be sure if he did this on purpose. She is not accusing him of any wrongdoing in this instance. Last year, Kaufman announced that she filed a lawsuit against Epstein's estate, telling the Sun that she was left severely suicidal. She also said that she believed the Duke of York's pal, Ghislaine Maxwell, took nude pictures of her at the mansion. Kaufman, who put the legal proceedings on hold while she applied to the Victims Fund, claimed that she has rejected an undisclosed offer, calling it offensive. The Victims Fund was given a total of $87 million, but Epstein's net worth was an estimated $600 million, so her lawyer is seeking $500 million, according to the report. So she is basically trying to take whatever didn't go to the Victims Fund in this lawsuit.
Gotcha.
We'll see what happens. We'll keep our eye on it.
Good luck. That would be big.
Again, I imagine these cases against estates as opposed to a person, is I would imagine that would be a little bit more difficult. I don't know. And the final piece of this puzzle here. So there's a royal author, former reality TV contestant. Her name is Lady Colin Campbell. She is saying that Prince Andrew's relationship with Epstein is a distraction from claims about Bill Clinton being involved with him. She said in a television interview that the standoff between Andrew and the Department of Justice last summer was intended to protect the former president. The exchange took place on GB News, Great Britain News, a new British channel with an editorial charter that states we do not shy away from controversial issues. Campbell, a regular critic of Meghan Markle and Prince Harry, was asked whether or not Queen Elizabeth's third child had caused more damage to the royal family than Prince Harry and Meghan Markle. Campbell said, quote, "Let's remember that President Bill Clinton, who is a far bigger name and a far heavier hitter on the world stage than Prince Andrew, was a far greater friend of Epstein's and for a far longer time period than Prince Andrew." Just to put things into proportion, the New York Attorney General has been going after Prince Andrew because they are effectively political appointees in America. It's not like here where an Attorney General is a legal entity. There it's not. And they're playing politics, and Andrew is to a large extent a distraction so that Bill Clinton can actually be kept out of frame of mind.
Well, I feel like, I don't know the details of the case against Maxwell, but I feel like the names are all there. I mean, it's not like they were ignoring, they got whoever's on their list, in the undisclosed documents or whatever. They have all these names. It's not like it's going to go on, unchecked. All these allegations are going to come up. No?
Yeah.
And nobody's forgotten any of this.
Let's hope not.
I mean, when you think of this, you think of Prince Andrew, and you think the Clintons, you think all these higher ups. It's not good for all of them, and I don't think it's going away anytime soon.
Feels like some days though people have forgotten though, doesn't it?
Yeah, no, it's true, but it's still out there. It's not like it's totally going. I feel like most people it's sticking around. It's not going anywhere.
Next topic: Bezos and the Mona Lisa. You actually found this story.
Is the weirdest thing. There is a petition out there. Why? I don't know. I happen to like art, and I don't know why anybody would want to do this, but there's let me see, I don't know how many people it is, but there's a petition going around for Jeff Bezos to buy the Mona Lisa and then eat it.
From the Louvre.
Yes. Assuming it's for sale, which I'm sure it's not.
Mm-hmm.
But, let's see. I mean, it's thousands of people have signed it. It's been circulating. Let's see, recent petition, bizarre request. Yeah. Buy it and eat it. What the hell? I mean, first of all,
the internet, my friend. The internet is undefeated.
First of all, it's got to be for sale. Second of all, can you eat a painting?
I can eat a painting.
You can eat a painting?
I mean, I was hungry enough today to eat a painting.
No, I
I got to
mean,
tell you.
not can you physically do it. I mean,
No.
can you do it without serious damage to yourself?
I tell you what, that Mona Lisa's pretty old, isn't it? That's got to be some old ass paint on there. I don't know.
And I'm sure eating oil paint, dry or not, is probably not good for you.
That also probably would not be great for you. You're correct about
I don't
that.
care how small you cut the canvas. It's not gonna end up well. You're not gonna get good nutrients from a painting.
I think I could eat a some of a painting. I could
I'd
eat
like
a
to eat
good.
a Van Gogh. Would be good.
What do
They
you
look
think the
they
most
look
delicious painting?
they look delicious. Or a Monet. They look delish.
Who
Nice
was the
and
people
colorful.
who does the bowls of fruit? Who paints all the bowls of fruit? That would be
Bowls of fruit would be
delicious.
good.
I think that would
Everybody
be
who
good.
doesn't paint bowls of fruit.
Yeah.
But a nice, if I could eat Starry Night, that'd be good.
I bet you Starry Night would be delicious. You think you'd be tripping balls after you eating Starry
Oh
Night
yeah,
like it's acid?
I would imagine. I'm sure. Hey, who knows what they were painting with back then? You know, like they used to use weird stuff that like ketchup was a medicine 100 years ago. So who knows what the hell they used in paint?
Did you just make that up?
No, that's true. Ketchup was considered some kind of like because it has like sugars and shit in it. It was like considered like medicine. I don't know for what, but they used to give it as. I'm telling you, look it up.
Ketchup?
Ketchup.
Yeah, that seems
Look
strange.
it up. I'm telling you. But yeah, you can't eat a painting. Let's try not to eat paintings.
Something
People out
that's
there watching, don't eat a painting.
something that's like disgustingly like dusty and old about a painting to me.
Well, yeah, of course. Well, this, I'm sure it's not. It doesn't have dust on it. I'm sure it's in a case. I'm
Yeah.
sure it's been cleaned. How many times? I mean, it's not like they're pulling it out of someone's attic. You know, it's hung up in a museum. It's not going to be. It's going to be clean.
How much drugs did the person who came up with this had to be on to be like, I know, I'm going to start a petition to get Jeff Bezos to buy the Mona Lisa so he can eat it?
I don't
Like
know.
that.
Who wants to see the Mona Lisa being eaten? I mean, it'd be interesting, I guess.
I'm not going to lie to you. I'm about tired of the Mona Lisa.
Yeah. I
I've had
mean,
enough.
are you tired because it's like people consider it to be like the best thing ever, and
It's not.
it's good.
It's fucking not. It's not.
alright.
It's not great.
And by the way, tomato ketchup in the 1830s was sold as medicine, claiming to cure ailments like diarrhea, indigestion, and jaundice.
The only thing I use it to cure is dry hamburgers.
I use it to cause diarrhea.
And
Just throw more ketchup on something. That's how you get good diarrhea.
yeah, I don't. First of all, I think you're making that up. Even though you look down at your phone and
look
pretend
it
like
up.
you were reading it. I
I'll
know.
hold it up to the screen if you want.
Yeah, I'd like to see that. Where are you getting that from? Wikipedia, CNN, fake
The old
news.
Google. Yeah, it's right on the top. It's not even an article. It's
You
just
know I only go to DuckDuckGo these days, Frank. Come on.
DuckDuckGo. What the hell is that?
That's
Yeah. 1830s. Ketchup sold
tomato
as medicine.
ketchup was once sold as a medicine. Jesus,
Told you.
I'll sell anything.
Yep. And then it was tomato pills. It's a weird time going back 100 and something years.
Well, wasn't this also the time that we decided the Mona Lisa was like a treasure?
I don't know when that happened, but
I mean, at this point, it's 2021. We've got some exquisite art, both digitally and
yeah, I agree. However, you got to consider the scope of Da Vinci's art, all the things he did. Plus, hundreds of years ago, all of the tools that he was using wasn't exactly the best stuff. I mean,
all right. Well, you just made a good point there. This isn't even the Mona Lisa is not even Da Vinci's best work.
yeah, arguably, sure.
I mean, enough already.
I know. But I feel like it's one of the more intact pieces. It's preserved well. It's there's talent there. You can't deny it's not a masterpiece. Are you saying it's not a masterpiece?
It's just really old.
It is old, but nobody, I guess there was a handful of people painting like that back then.
I mean, I don't know if I'm just cranky, but I feel like fuck the Mona Lisa today.
I think you're a dick.
I
You're
just-
a bit of a dick.
I've had enough.
What's all right? So what? Not all classic paintings. What painting is your masterpiece? What do you consider?
I'll tell you what, as far as art goes, I mean, and this is a really bad time for me because I've been completely devoid of art. Like we don't even, we don't. I can't remember the
You don't
last
have
time.
to. Yeah, that's fine. But you know of famous stuff. I mean,
Yeah,
what's your
I
go-to?
gotta tell
If
you,
someone says name a masterpiece, your favorite masterpiece, what are you going to?
this is gonna be a little cliche, but the only artist that I really truly enjoy, that really like I will get excited to go see and read about, is Banksy. I just love everything that
Ugh,
fucking guy does.
you hipster doofus.
I know. I
That
know
is
you're gonna
such
hate
a
it.
that is a tool thing to say.
I love everything.
You're a
Everything he's
tool.
done.
You are a hipster. You know, whatever's popular.
Come on, the painting that he shredded up, some of his I like how he
It's a
just
dick
does.
move.
I know I like, yeah, all right, I'll tell you what.
And
I
I think
think
it made
he
it worth more if he did once he did that.
yeah, it did.
But who the hell is this guy? How do I even know that whatever it is a real Banksy?
It's you, I don't know. Yeah, you just kind of
Someone's got
know.
to know who he is, right?
Oh, people know who he is. Yeah.
So then, I mean, why doesn't he want to be known?
I mean, I kind of feel like at this point it's a whole operation. Like there's probably like 7, 10
Oh, see, no,
people.
that's cheating. That's not good. It's not one guy doing it.
Well, I think he's doing the artwork, but I
So
think
what are they
there's
doing?
there's other people out there like, installing and everything. I just love the whole mystique. Like he just goes into a town, like he'll just be like this town, and then you just go and you'll just find these pieces of artwork, and some of them are so beautiful. Sometimes some of them are not so beautiful.
Yeah, I don't like the. It's a little arrogant to me. It's a little bit of arrogance there. Like, I do it for the art, and then he's probably rolling in millions. And
Oh yeah,
I
he's got
mean,
a ton of money,
screw you. Who
a
are you?
ton of money.
It's like,
But
show
I don't
yourself.
you appreciate the drama and the pizzazz of it all? It's not just the artwork. It's the whole thing. He's doing this whole story.
Yeah, what's that story?
It's always a different one. The one thing I didn't like, he did like a fake Disney World in Paris, I think, or somewhere, where it was like all like it was very like dark and weird, and I didn't care
About
for
a
that.
painting?
No, he literally like turned this like abandoned theme park into like this weird fake Disney World
See, no,
thing.
that's just a waste of money.
It was bizarre. I don't like people taking on Disney World, to be honest. I like
Plus, it's a waste of money. I mean, he could have used however
yeah.
much money he spent on that. He could have fed a bunch of people, something. Not saying you can't use your money to do whatever you want with it. Just saying that's just a dumb. I'm all for art. I love art. Anybody wants to do art, go for it. But I'm not a huge fan of Banksy.
All right, let's bring on our art expert. Few know this, but she draws way better than Frankie C. That's J-Sabs.
Don't
How
tell
are you?
anyone.
Well, cat's out of the bag.
It's over.
Oops.
Frank just asked me who my favorite artist is, and I said Banksy. Was that a shitty answer?
Isn't that the worst answer?
I mean, it's a woke answer.
Yeah.
So it's such a, you call me was it liberal pussy?
Okay, but let me defend myself for a second. I'm gonna look this up for a quick second because I feel like I feel like a douchebag. I feel like I was a fan of Banksy before.
He was Banksy.
Oh, stop it! I was a fan before he was anybody. I got
No,
it
no,
on
no.
the ground floor.
Before he sold out.
No, I was gonna say the first time he really popped when Exit Through the Gift Shop came out. I'm looking up to see when that was. That was the documentary about him. 2010. Yeah, so 2010 that came out. So
But what I asked was, who's your favorite all-time artist, masterpieces from all of history? And your answer is Banksy.
oh, I didn't know that. I thought you meant like now.
No, who could you name now? There's very
Yeah.
few that come to mind. But I'm talking Michelangelo, Da Vinci, Raphael, all of them, everybody from history.
I tell you that Hanna-Barbera could draw like nobody's business.
That's true.
Really good.
That's my running Flintstones thing.
Stupid. I swear to God, I don't know if I could name it. I don't know if I have a favorite artist. Do you have a favorite artist? You're an art guy. It's different for you. I expect you to have an answer.
I don't know if I have an artist. I
Janine,
like
do you-
Renoir. Renoir.
Do you have a favorite artist? I don't even.
Not really. I mean, I'd have to really think about this.
I could appreciate Picasso and Van Gogh. I love Van Gogh's story.
Picasso, I'm not a huge fan of Picasso. It's just very, like,
Yeah.
a lot of it, you know, a kid can do.
I love looking at art. Like if we go to an art show or a museum, which is super rare, but I've been. A lot of the times, some of the foofy events in the Hamptons I go to, they'll have art hanging. I like looking at it, but I can't say I love it enough to have
Bob
like
Ross.
a favorite. Bob Ross would definitely be it.
Love Bob Ross.
Yeah.
You know who my favorite artist is? My father.
Ah, see?
That's kind.
That's sweet.
Why? Because of all the plaids? What was the best piece of
He
art that
invented
he did?
plaid.
That's true. Janine's dad invented plaid. We did a
Here we
whole
go, here we
podcast on
go.
it.
No, he actually has a lot of paintings in the in his basement still, and a lot of them are like big fat ladies posing nude.
Nice.
Not kidding you.
Another layer of your dad unfolds.
Right.
And we all get to learn a bit more.
Wow.
What, explain
Just a
what
little
happened.
bit.
Okay.
What happened? Why is he
interesting
painting
tidbit.
big fat women?
They're called Rubenesque.
Oh, why would he do that? Did he really do that?
Yeah.
Okay, but why?
That is part of like how you learn how to be an artist, or like, you know, you take these art classes and people pose like
So
still
he
life.
painted from real life, or he just painted?
Oh, that
He
was
took
real
cla-
life.
He took
Yeah.
classes and painted from
Yep.
people. All right. Well, there you go. Here's your answer.
Do you think women that were heavier got painted more because they were like game? They were like down for anything? They're like, yeah.
Probably.
Think it was harder to get skinny chicks to do it?
Harder.
Yes. But heavier women were considered, you know, they were wealthier, so they got their portraits painted a lot.
Right.
I think.
Well, that's my thing with Mona Lisa, right? There's like I feel like there's tons of paintings that are just in a similar style
Yeah,
and
it's true.
like,
Well, there's
exactly.
certainly a style. There was styles of the time.
Yeah.
You know, there's definitely that what's it called? The religious style paintings. They all kind of,
Yeah, that's not me.
you know, I'm telling you, you go to the Metropolitan Museum of Art, some crazy works of art in there. It's
Yeah, see, like
unbelievable.
I like doing that, but I can't say like I could name somebody.
Yeah, that guy.
Art is like tennis to me. Like, yeah, I can go to the tennis match, but I can't tell you anybody. Maybe Venus.
Tennis is like the most. Ugh.
I could
it's
point
so
out Venus.
boring. What's worse, tennis or golf to watch?
I'd rather watch golf.
I'd rather
play
watch
it.
golf too.
Because I play it. And
Really, I'm surprised.
Golf has like a thing to it where tennis is just back and forth and back and forth and back.
every now and then there's a really cool tennis shot, but other than that, it's like watching
like,
two
all
people
right.
play ping pong. It's like,
Yeah.
all right.
I think soccer's the worst. Soccer's just a
can't watch
less
soccer.
exciting hockey. Like
Are you kidding me?
it's the
I
same
can't watch
game.
Soccer.
Oh, I love soccer.
You cut the field in half, and maybe I'll watch.
You don't like watching soccer games.
No.
Again, I could watch
Get
it.
out. You call yourself Italian? Get the fuck out of here.
I could watch it, but I can't even.
Like, do you watch the World Cup or not?
Like when the World Cup time comes around and we can get hyped up about USA and Italy, I'll do that.
No, that's the only two
I
countries.
can't
Okay.
get into it because a lot of it is nowhere near the goal, which is the
Really?
exciting part.
I'm surprised. Meanwhile, you call your. But fucking. No, soccer's the same as
Hockey's
hockey.
nonstop.
Yeah, no, soccer's the same as hockey.
It is not.
It's the same exact game. I just feel like hockey's faster paced. It's just
Hockey's
faster.
faster pace, and anything could happen like that in hockey.
And there's
It's
more
not the
fist
same.
fights.
Soccer. Yeah, but in soccer, like you're in the middle of the field. It's going to take another 30 seconds to get down the field. And then you're sitting there and
Oh,
can't.
God. Liberal
Can't
pussy.
use your hands. Okay. No, soccer's a great game to play. I'm sure it's a lot of fun to play, but I just can't watch it. It's just boring. Baseball, if I'm there live, I like watching it, but I
Oh,
can't
no.
watch it on
No.
TV. It's just,
I can't. Baseball is like the worst sport. You
What
go,
is wrong
you
with
go
you
there.
people?
You go
I
to
can't
a
sit
baseball
there.
game for the food. Let's be honest. You go to the baseball
food,
game for
the
the fucking
action.
food. Okay.
Every now and then it's a big cheer, the wave, the people. You know,
Woo.
it's a lot of fun. But when you're sitting at home,
Oh,
9
there's
times out
nothing-
of 10, you're watching it, you're gonna fall asleep.
Yeah. There's nothing worse to
Nine
watch
out-
on
nine
TV
times out of 10.
than baseball.
It's rough, man.
I don't know about that. I mean, baseball.
No,
can
if
be
it's an
pretty-
important game, it's the late
Yeah,
in the
golf.
game, sure. first like 5 innings, it's like, give me a friggin' break.
Golf, I could fall asleep to golf.
Golf sucks.
I mean,
I can't watch a lot of golf, but I can get into it a little bit. Like every now and then they screw up, and I can get into it for some reason. Because I play it.
Yeah, you know the rules, you know
I
everything.
mean, I know the rules of baseball too, but I just can't get into it. It's just so. It's watching the pitcher play. It's watching the pitcher throw the ball for 5 innings.
It's like, okay, you don't
Then
get to
stuff
watch this.
happens after that.
Yeah, boring.
Usually.
Do you know what looks good on a golf course? That's what she said. Tank top.
Boom.
It looks masterful on a golf course. Look at that beauty. Don't you want That's What She Said across your hoodies?
Yes.
That's what you need.
Yes. You
So you gotta get
Frank.
it. You got to get it in white or a lighter color for golf.
Shut up, Frank. It only comes in black. Why do you
You got to
do
get
like
it
that?
in black because that's people could see it better. It stands out.
That's what you
Yeah.
want. That's what you want.
ShopAnthonyOnAir.com has all of our merch. As you can see, we have some exciting items like our microphone, sweatshirt, our Show Me Potato Salad line. Janine's That's What She Said coin phrase. Coin phrase?
Yeah.
Coined.
Yeah, we'll go
Coin
with
phrase?
that.
Our Legalized Comedy shirt, the 1994 collection right there. You can see we even have vaccinated shirts. There's mugs.
Whoa.
There's all sorts of shit.
You have a vaccinated shirt? Oh my god, you're such a lib.
People buy the
How is being
shirt.
vaccinated a lib? I'm sorry.
No.
If we're going to go on a
I didn't say-
tangent.
I didn't say about being a lib. I mean, wearing a shirt saying you are. Yeah, that's a little.
Backpedaling.
Yeah, no.
I think you're backpedaling there.
It's because you're wearing a shirt that says it.
I don't think so.
This is for people that don't trust those Excelsior things on their phone. There you go.
The shirt, that's more official.
Yeah, I'm looking out for my fellow people that are conspiracy theorists. So there you go.
Good looking at.
Can we talk about Batman for the love of
Oh my!
Gotham?
I can't even talk about this
I don't
without a
even know.
pillow in front of my face.
I don't even know how this ever came up as a topic in
That's what
any
she said.
form. Right. Like, why is this even a thing?
I mean, it's kind of crazy, but Batman. Okay, so you want to hear the full story?
No,
Yes, I do.
I want to hear the shortened story.
All right.
Cliff notes.
Here's the clip notes on it. So they make this cartoon for, I don't even know what channel it's on, but it's the Harley Quinn cartoon.
Okay.
The villain, the female villain there. And the co-creators of the Harley Quinn cartoon were doing an interview with Variety, and they were asked if, like, hey, DC ever gave you a hard time on something? And they said, yeah, one scene that DC specifically vetoed was where Batman was going down on Catwoman. And I'll read the description. Who is this that said this?
This was in a comic or in the cartoon, the actual cartoon?
This is in the actual cartoon. So co-creator Justin Halpern says, and I quote, a perfect example of that is in the 3rd season of Harley, when we had a moment where Batman was going down on Catwoman, and DC was like, you can't do that. You absolutely cannot do that. They're like, heroes don't do that. So we said, are you going to say heroes are just selfish lovers? They were like, no, it's that we sell consumer toys for heroes. It's hard to sell a toy if Batman is going down on someone. I just love that they had to have a DC executive be like, because we're selling toys. We can't have him eating out.
Do I even have to explain this to you? This is a children's character. This is a cartoon. It might not be maybe an adult cartoon, like Adult Swim kind of thing.
It's an adult cartoon.
I get that, but the character, it's
Once
Batman.
again, the man wins.
Well, does the cartoon show her going down on him?
Probably.
That's not
We
what
don't
they
know.
wrote.
And he's just like, oh, take it, all of it.
I was going to
You
say,
have to
does
do
this,
this to save. You have to do this to save Gotham. At least that's what my husband tells me.
Boy.
does this feel, is this a little anti-woman? Is this because it's a guy going down on a chick
if
instead
they
of vice
show-
versa?
Well, if they show the other one, then yes. If they show
It's
the
a
other
man's
way.
world, I'll tell you.
But if they don't show any of it,
man's
then it's
world.
even.
If things were really equal, Janine, this would have been A-okay. But
They're
because
like, ah, yeah.
No, it's not. You got.
But because men are afraid of it, like,
Yeah.
over here, sounds like,
What am I afraid of?
they got to take all this down.
No. See, what I'm saying is, if they showed
Now he's changing his tune.
It's the same
Just
tune.
kidding.
Same tune. If Catwoman went down on Batman, and they showed that,
But that's not
the other way.
That's not the scene that they wrote. They wrote him going down on her.
Yeah, I'm sure if they wrote the other way, they would veto that too.
I have a
If
question.
not, then you're right.
I have a question.
Go ahead.
You're telling me that the both of you never said to your wife, "You have to do this to save Gotham"?
I said Metropolis, but it's the same area. Same thing. We got the point across.
I've said some crazy shit. I can't keep track of it all, Janine. I'm sure I've said something to that.
Okay, I'm just saying, but I do want to point out something quick.
Yeah.
Do you think it was funny how we talked about something on the show on Monday, and then my brother brought it up in a text message the next day? You know, I'm talking about the party that he went to. We were talking about this.
What party?
With all the transvestites. Don't you remember we were talking about this?
We talked about this?
Yes.
We talked about a party with transvestites?
Yes, we did. And you guys were like, yeah, we heard the story before.
What segment was this?
That might have been a different podcast you were on.
Yeah, I don't remember this.
It's the
at
other
all.
one. It's the Batman, Catwoman podcast.
Was Batman at the party going down on transvestites? Well, I can't say.
I can't believe that you've never used that line on your wives, because really, that's it. My world is just blown right now.
So Batman's afraid of the Batcave, huh?
Transvestites is such a hard word for me to say. I can't believe I got it off twice now already. Transvestite.
It's a hard word, and
Yeah.
then also transvestite, transgender, and what's the other one?
Transsexual?
Cisgender. Oh.
No, for some reason it came up on my Google the other
transsexual,
day, like
I
the
think-
difference between all the three of them.
No.
Okay, so there is a difference. I don't know if there's a difference between transsexual and transgender. Is there a difference there?
I can say all of them. I just can't say transvestite. Transvestite. I have to stop and think about it.
Is a
No, vestite I get.
male.
That's just wearing the other.
Yeah,
opposite
it
sex
doesn't
clothes.
mean that. Yeah, it just means that you like to dress up.
Wait. If there's a transgender and a cisgender, is there a cisvite?
What the hell's a cisgender?
Cisgender is what you like. I was born male and I identify as male.
Oh, are you
You were
sure?
pretty sure. It's whatever you were assigned at birth. That's what you identify.
No, is it transvestite,
If you dress-
transgender, cisgender? Is there a cisvestite?
I guess that would be us. We
Google.
dress like our own sex, like our own.
Sometimes.
I don't think it. I think
Sometimes
that's just.
I like to dress as Catwoman.
How did we get here from Batman and then
For some reason, she brought up some. J-Sabs brought up a party about that apparently we talked about. I don't.
We did
remember
talk about this because you guys were like, yeah, we heard the story before.
No, I
You don't
know.
remember this?
I do not remember this at all.
No.
Now I have to go back and watch a podcast. Thank you.
Oh, God forbid.
And my mind is blown that you both never used this line before, but okay.
I think. Well, listen. I think it's great that this Justin Halpern got a DC executive to actually admit to this. But I mean, all kidding aside, this is weird.
Of course, it's weird.
Like, there's a weirdness to this. I was thinking about
I
this.
don't think so, but okay.
There's
I mean,
zero sexuality in superhero stuff.
Can't
What?
really say that.
Like, outside of get the girl and
The way
give her
they
a
dress.
kiss.
The way they
Do we watch the same movies?
Especially female superheroes, the way they dress. It's
No.
very sexualized.
You're right. They're all wearing tights and they're all muscular and built, and I get all that.
But I know what you mean. And I'm not saying.
It's never acted on.
I'm sure they're not saying that this is canon. This is part of the, the Batman lore. It's probably just like a side thing that it has nothing to do with anything except they're using the characters.
But it's weird though because you never ever see it anywhere in comic books, Even in the movies, like when
There's
Bruce
some,
Wayne rolls up with like 3, 4, 5 girls, on each
yeah.
arm, you never really see anything about,
Well,
and
they
even
keep it.
then they kind of like it's played off as he's just trying to play up this part of the Playboy.
Well,
He
it's all about
never,
the audience. Who are you trying to get to watch this? I mean, with the movies, it's you want everybody to watch it. With this show, they're probably targeting. They're probably not targeting kids. They're targeting the older generation who probably grew up with Batman
yeah.
30 years ago, 40 years ago. So they're probably
And
targeting them.
maybe one of the producers used this line on his
You're
wife.
stuck on this line.
It's okay, Janine. It's all gonna be okay. I want you to know that. And by the way, nobody believes that your husband said this to you. We believe that you probably said some version of this to your husband. So
Okay, fine. Fine. I mean, really, the
and
things I
No
could tell
judgment.
you.
No judgment.
No
Do what you got to
judgment.
do.
I don't know. It's just very strange. And I also okay. Here's my other thing. And you tell me if you're with me on this.
Probably not, but go ahead.
Cartoons having sex is just fucking weird to me. And I know there's a big cartoon porn world out there.
Hentai.
Yeah,
Yep.
and then there's like hentai, which is like an extension of it. Do you want to describe hentai for people who don't know what it is?
It's very, very aggressive, abusive porn. Cartoon.
Yeah, but isn't it like with like tentacles and stuff and like
Tentacles and shoving things in women's parts
Yeah.
that are just like I don't know how people.
like shoving tentacle things? Like
Yeah.
I mean, at least
we're not
with
talking about a
cartoons,
finger
it's-
here. We're talking about like a lizard size.
Yeah. Or like
T-Rex
a
tail.
baseball bat that
Yeah.
has.
At the very least, it's not happening to real people. So that's at least something,
Frank's like, can you turn off the hentai in the background, wife?
or at least DVR it.
Like if that's your kink again, the my policy. You know the policy. It's basically the policy of the podcast. Go
Right.
ahead, knock yourself out.
Go for it.
But it's just weird. Like you see these things of like Homer and Marge. Like
People
when
have fantasies like that. I don't
it's
know.
so weird to
Cartoon
me.
stuff. Cartoon stuff is just so
It is weird.
But I'll tell you something. You don't think my husband is like that, but meanwhile, the video games that he plays and there's women in there, he's just like, oh, look at this one. I'm like, you're fucking sick. That's not even a fucking real person. It's a fucking cartoon.
Well, at least it's not like Legend of Zelda where they're like 8-bit graphics. At least nowadays they're looking more and more
It's weird.
modern,
it's weird.
realistic.
And you
I
know
don't
what? The hentai stuff is just. I was introduced to it at work. Thank you.
What the hell? Where
Thank
did you work?
Well,
Shocker.
this was at Wall Street. This is on Wall
God.
Street. That one of the guys said, Janine, do you know what hentai is? And I'm like, I don't think
Is
so.
that guy doing time right now?
Let's hope so.
He's still working off his time. And I was like, no. He's like, let's watch this. I was like,
Oh my
he
god.
puts it on his computer. I'm like, what is this? What is this? Even for me to go like that, it has to be bad, okay?
Yeah.
Just weird things. And I'm just like, this is not, like, how do people like this? Hey, people, there's a market for everything.
Well, you know what it is? It's cartoon, so sky's the limit. You could
Right.
draw whatever whatever you could think of, kind of. So people go exaggerate and monsters and whatever the hell you want to draw.
Okay, but do you think there's really people that enjoy it, or are they just like us, where you're like,
Just joking around, like, oh, this is
Fascinated
like,
by it?
yeah.
like I have to see,
entertained?
yeah, like has anybody ever watched? Like I can honestly say, in my entire life, maybe 26 seconds worth of cartoon porn altogether in 30 something years.
Sick. I'm gotta go.
Like, have you ever watched consecutively more than 4 seconds? Because sometimes
Frank.
it gets the best of you, where you're like,
Frank.
all right, I have to see this.
I only
just
need
to
like
say I've
5 or
seen
6
it.
seconds. So
No, but seriously, is it the whole world that's just checking it out for a second, or are people legitimately into this
it
stuff?
seems like it's I don't know, but it seems like there's a whole what's it called? Market for it, I
Well,
guess.
I'll
People are into it.
I'll tell you this, the guy who showed it to me was Asian, and he told me Asian people are very into this.
Huge in the Asian culture. Huge.
And he's just like, yeah, I like it. I used to put it on in the background when I used to bang my wife. I'm not kidding. you.
Oh my
Because
God.
it looks a lot like Asian animation, like regular
Yes.
cartoons.
They
It's
have
a
manga.
similar.
Yeah, manga. Or it's supposed to be, it's very comic book style-y.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it is,
but
but just weird.
Like I
I'm
always
not
say, Speed
shocked.
Racer. That's how Speed Racer was drawn.
Right.
Yeah.
But I'm not shocked that he did that. I'm shocked that he said that to you.
Yeah, that's weird too.
Oh well, please again, Wall
Right.
Street, Wall Street.
Man,
Did they not have HR departments
No
over there?
HR.
They must be.
it's an empty office with cobwebs,
And there's a picture of my face with an X through it.
pretty much.
No, that's just my previous job.
But isn't it weird though that like you think about all the Batman material that's been produced? I mean, you're talking about like at this point what 60 years of Batman?
More than that, yeah.
No, really, that long?
Maybe like the
Yeah,
30s.
Superman was what the 30s. So when did Batman come along? It wasn't that
Oh,
much
maybe
after.
not. Yeah, maybe Superman was first, obviously, but
They even-
TV shows and
they even
cartoons
have-
and
They even
movies.
have well, they do have a dirty term. Superman, that hoe.
Yeah, but that's a rap song. That's not.
Batman's the first comic came out in 1939. For Batman.
Oh, so it was right where there was Superman. That hoe.
It was Detective Comics, same as Superman, DC, all that stuff.
Yeah, and it's just comic book again. You think about
You know what it
comic
is?
books, TV shows, movies, all this stuff, and that nobody's ever gone here before. These people are pioneers.
Yeah, but you know what it is? I mean, you look at stuff like Batman and you see Catwoman, and, as was you reading those things, you kind of like, oh, she's, they're not ugly, they're not drawing them, they're drawing them kind of sexy. So people fantasize
Right.
about it, I guess. They're drawing muscles and they're drawing huge,
It's so
they're drawing them in a sexualized way. So
I'm
people
sure
fantasize.
people get excited over, and especially like the heroicism, the hero being saved, and all that. I'm telling you, the last thing on my mind is sex when I'm watching like a superhero thing. It's just
Really?
it's very strange. I don't know if it's
Really?
because it's like such an innocent time when you
What about
first
Wonder Woman?
discover superheroes. Even Wonder Woman, yeah. I mean, I get it. Wonder Woman's hot, especially who's the first one,
There it
Linda,
is.
whatever.
Carter.
Yeah. Okay.
I mean, I don't know.
Huh? I don't know. Wife, get these. Get me
No,
Wonder
but-
Woman now.
Especially they put them on TV, they make live action stuff, and they're dressed the same way. So it's like they make them look sexy, and that's that's what it is. I guess that's what
Just-
it stems from.
I don't know what it is. There's just something about those two worlds that
Don't make sense.
don't jive to me
Yeah.
at all.
Okay.
Because it's cartoons. It's meant.
You know what?
think
You're
about
the
it as
weird
being
one. You're the weird one. That's it.
Maybe I am.
Possible.
Oh my goodness, are we up to our Dunkin' topic already? We're just flying through shit tonight, huh?
Oh my God.
Did we miss anything? I don't think we did.
Oh darn.
All right, let's get a Dunkin' update from J-Sabs. Do you want to elaborate on what happened? There's been
I need a little a banner though. There it is.
there's been an update.
Instead of Batman won't eat PU star Y.
J-Sabs won't eat.
So, if you didn't watch previously, I had another bad experience at Dunkin', but this one's actually like really serious. I went through the drive-thru with my husband, and had a very unpleasant experience with the cashier. Extremely rude, and like for example, she threw one of the cups on the floor like a crazy maniac, and I thought really that the Dunkin' Donuts should know. So I emailed them.
This wasn't the same person.
Wait, this wasn't the drive-through incident?
This is the drive-through incident.
Okay, this is the drive-through incident.
But it's
Okay.
not the same person that with the pumps, right?
No, different person
Okay.
with the pumps. Psh, you think that Dunkin' Donuts even has a drive-through? Yeah, right.
Please.
So I got an email from the manager from the store. I guess they forwarded her my email because you just send to a general customer service, whatever, Dunkin', whatever it is. And she said she was really sorry and that she took appropriate action to this employee. And I don't know what that means.
So you got her fired.
I don't know.
You ruined this person's life because she was having a bad day.
But here's the thing. I kind of felt like this is how she acted normally. Like it wasn't just a
It wasn't a bad
day.
day. It was this is her attitude.
Yeah. So I don't know if she's gone. I'm going to see. But they did say to come in, and my next order's on them. So I'm asking for my 6 bumps.
Can I read the email out loud?
6
Okay.
bumps of spit.
Hello, Janine. My name is Barbara, and I'm the district manager for Dunkin Donuts in West Islip. I am very sorry for the service you were provided while at this location. Please know that this is not something we take lightly, as we do take pride in our customer service. I have brought this to the attention of the manager, and we have taken the necessary action against this employee. I do want to thank you for taking the time to bring this to our attention. Your feedback gives us an opportunity to correct this and try to ensure something like this doesn't happen again. Please know your next order will be on us. You can ask for 2 people that they list, and they will take care of you. Again, I am sorry about this. Thank you, Barbara. What did this girl do again? Say, give me the brief. Give me the story again. You went to the drive-through.
My husband tried to get a donut of his choice because it was National Donut Day, so he got a free donut with his order.
Right.
And he asked, "Do you have this? No. Do you have this? No. Do you have this? No." Then when he completed his order, he couldn't hear what she said. So he said, "Excuse me, I couldn't hear it." She said, "I said pull up." And it was like, whoa. Was that a joke? Because she was kind of being nasty. But then when we got up there, I told her that I had pre-ordered about 15, 20 minutes before. And she got all in a huff, took my drink, pumping the caramel in there. And I guess she broke the cup because she was gripping it so hard. And she took it and she threw it on the floor. And then the girl in there with her was like looking at her like, what is going on here? And then, and then when she came to the window, she was just nasty. Just like, you can't act that way. You can't. You're serving the public. Yes, I get it. People are dicks. They're going to be dicks to you, but you can't. From the moment we got there till we left, it was just not nice.
Do you feel bad at all that now somebody is trying to get unemployment in a pandemic world?
Actually, you know what?
Probably making more.
Exactly. She's definitely making more. So you know what? I'm the asshole, I guess.
No, but you got somebody fired. Does that not weigh on you at all?
To tell you the truth, I don't think she was fired.
What do you think happened? What was the phrasing? Necessary
Yes.
actions?
I believe people always say that and then never fire the person, because
I think she was just like reprimanded.
that has happened at my company before. And we're like, oh no, we've taken care of that person. And then it's like, you didn't do anything.
It is pretty vague. Like I heard that there was a cartoon where Catwoman took the necessary actions against Batman, and
nothing happened.
Yeah.
Of course. So I don't know. You can't act that way. People have bad days, but you know what? I would never act that way. I wouldn't.
Well, let's say you're working. You're at maybe you work at a Dunkin Donuts, whatever. You're behind the counter, and someone comes in and calls you the worst names and spits at you and throws something at you. You're working behind the counter, and they do this to you. Then the next person that comes in line. You do all you help them on the drive-through, and then you break a cup in your hand. Now, are you going to be pissed after everything you just went through?
Yeah, because let's say they said the worst thing that they could possibly say to you, which is like, you voted similar to Frank, and that just really drove you over the edge. Are you kidding me? You wouldn't lose your shit? Excellent point, Frank. Great question, Frank.
I'm just saying, you don't know what's going on with other people.
Yeah.
She could have just found out that something bad has happened.
She could have just wiped her face clean because some idiot threw a shake in her face like they do on the internet.
Exactly. No. You know what? I'm gonna have to go in, and I'm gonna have to go in and see if she's there.
And all right, so you remember who it is?
Oh yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Wow. Epic.
Or I can go in there and be like, was anybody fired recently?
Yeah, who's going to answer that question for you? Yeah, I mean...
Oh, yeah.
Actually-
Here they are. Here's a list of them.
I know. I know one of the guys that works there now. Like, pretty friendly with
So you
him.
know a person that works there? You could just... Well, you can't ask them?
I could. I mean, I don't know him.
Send them a
but,
text right now.
Like, I know his text. Like, I know his phone number. But
I don't know how well you know this person.
I mean,
Do you want me to text Dan, the furniture guy, and see if he knows him?
He'll get it. He'll get to the bottom of this thing.
it's just I worked with the public. I worked at, well, you know where I worked, Ben and Jerry's, and
I didn't know you worked at Ben and
didn't know that
Jerry's.
either.
What was this? Like 30 years ago?
Ooh.
I didn't know you worked
Ouch.
at Ben and Jerry's.
I mean,
Frank.
fam, whatever your name is. Listen, this Dunkin thing has really gotten me fired up.
You're in a tizzy.
Don't even know your name. Don't you remember the whole banana incident?
No.
Frozen banana?
Yeah. Oh, you went in a car ride with your boss or something? I didn't know.
Oh,
that.
no, there's a different one.
That's the only banana incident I... Oh, yeah, the frozen banana thing.
Yes, yes.
She covered
How
the
many banana incidents do you have?
Listen,
Well,
it's me.
she covered the banana in chocolate without peeling it. Remember that?
Sold
Okay, I
it.
remember
Sold
that.
it.
And sold like 20 of them.
I made like 50, I think.
Oh,
How could you... She who has not sinned may cast the first stone. You're
so
out
you
there
never
sin-
get angry, Anthony.
No, but the thing is, I was never an asshole to people. Because I'm like, you have to be nice to people. I don't know. See, Frank thinks I'm an asshole and I'm a mean
I never
person.
said that.
No, I know you didn't say
He's
it.
the one
but
doing that.
Definitely thought it. But
No, I didn't.
I could never.
He's
I
the
could
one.
never act that way.
I think you're a huge asshole. I don't know what Frank's problem is right now. I just feel like you're the
I was
biggest
trying to
asshole the
help
show
you.
has.
I was trying to help
just-
you when you were writing a letter. I said, write a letter, not an email.
I just think that you work with the public. There's a certain.
Of course there is.
And yes, you're going to be shit on. Don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong. Obviously, that lady blew up at me with the bananas. Not that she had any right to. But
I like biting into a banana peel. Wonderful.
But you know, and then I also worked in my uncle's restaurant too. So again, that's like more people that
Did you serve bananas?
and I worked as a cashier in a supermarket when I was young too. And that, I'll tell you right now, nastiest people in my life.
Wait, what supermarket?
Pathmark.
Okay, so Pathmark, Ben and Jerry's, the one in Howard Beach?
Yep.
Okay, so far 2 of those closed. How's your uncle's restaurant doing?
Gone too.
Oh my God! Now,
Were you a part of that whole Wolf of Wall Street big sweep?
Don't
thing?
ask about where I used to work after that.
we seen a pattern here. What Enron? What the fuck? What are we going to discover
They're all
next?
closed. They're all closed.
Everything you
I'm not
you're just
even
leaving
kidding
a
you.
wake of closed
not kidding
places
you.
in your...
It's called
Oh
the
my
Curse
God.
of Janine. It's called the
Lord.
Curse of Janine. Pathmark though, man, they, whew.
People, they expect, when they get up to the line, they expect to be out in like 2 seconds, but they got 700 things on the belt. You
It
gotta...
wasn't. It's not even that. It wasn't even that. It was pricing was a huge thing, and like this is not the right price. I'm like, all right, I got a price check. Well, I'm not gonna believe them. Okay. Well,
I'm paying what it says on the thing.
yeah. Yep.
You gotta kind of do that.
People stealing things a lot.
Really?
Oh yeah. Like there was a security room in Pathmark where they had all these different cameras and all different angles, and I was in there a few times because I got called in to identify someone who was stealing stuff.
Did you ever have to did you ever catch someone stealing? You had to call them out?
This guy, he used to steal water, put it on the bottom of his cart, just walk out with it. Yeah.
Did
That's
they
crazy.
get him?
Yeah.
Swarm? They just come down on him?
Yeah. Get him! Get the water guy!
Have you seen this video of the guy stealing shit out of Walgreens?
Oh my god, yes.
No.
You haven't seen this video? All right, give me a second. I'll put it up.
I'll tell you something funny about that. Well, now you're trying to put it up. I was in a store with my friend once, a clothing store, children's clothing store. These 2 women came in and did exactly the same thing. They opened up 2 black garbage bags and just took things and then just all these clothes. And me and my friend were like, what the? And they called the cops, and they were like, do you mind staying here and trying to, like, tell the cops what happened? I'm like, it's pretty simple. They walked in with 2 black garbage bags and just put everything in
Just
there.
started filling bags.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
They didn't catch
insane.
them.
They didn't get them.
Nope.
That's the
Nope.
most blatant, out in the open, holy crap thing.
By the time the cops got there, the people are, obviously, they were long gone.
What's the deal? Because I'm going to show you this video where this guy literally rode his bike into the middle of a Walgreens, filled a garbage bag,
Well, let's say, but don't.
and rode out.
Fucking gangster.
I mean, I don't know if they have like a policy or something that you can't stop thieves in Walgreens.
I mean, what are you supposed to do? You can't tackle the guy. You can't. Can you block him from leaving?
So if you're watching it, he's got a garbage bag. He puts it on top of the bike. Security guard tries to grab it for a second there. He just rides right past them and rides out the door. Oh, it took him a second to get out the door.
He gives no fucks, huh? No fucks.
None.
What did
None.
he take? What's he taking?
I don't know. It looks like he's in isn't like the hair products the most expensive stuff?
Probably razors, too.
Razors, yeah. Just 3 people filming. He just doesn't give a shit.
Nope.
Did you see that? Did you see that last guy? Look at Douglas over here. Look at Douglas. Not going to stop him. He's like,
Well, he doesn't know what's going on.
let me move away.
I mean, policy back then when I worked there was don't ever try to, like, stop someone from stealing. You have to tell someone, or, like, the security guard has to come out.
But the security guard is in this thing just
Yeah, I
filming.
know.
She says she wasn't doing anything.
They
She tried
probably
to
thought it
grab
was
the bag
pretty
and then
funny,
was
which
like,
it
eh.
is.
What?
Effective at her job.
Yeah, she don't give no fucks. He don't give no
Man.
fucks either.
Did they get the guy? Do we know? Is there any follow up?
No, I don't know.
I don't think they did.
What security guard does give a shit? I mean, honestly.
No, it's true.
I mean,
I
I
mean-
give a shit if shit went down. You got to do your job. Otherwise, you're just standing there walking around.
But their job is just to radio for more help. I mean, that's the best you're going to get out of a security
Did they at
guard.
least do that?
I think they did call the police.
I mean, it is pretty funny that he came on his bike, just opened up a bag, and that's the same thing, the same exact
Quick
story.
getaway.
But even when you call the police, you're in San Francisco. Like, hey, somebody's stealing some shampoos from Walgreens. Okay,
It's
yeah,
gonna take them at least 10 minutes to get there.
give us 25 minutes. We'll get there. We got real shit happening.
Well, the same thing, too. They were like, oh, it's closed, kids closed. Okay, we'll be there soon.
Yeah.
They're not really like
No.
concerned. It's like, okay.
I'm
Are they
even
stealing
amazed.
Guns, maybe.
I'm even amazed when like the armored guard. You ever see that video of the armored guards where they're like driving to get away from the people that are like shooting at
Yeah.
them, trying to take the money? I'm surprised at them.
Yeah, that they give a shit.
They get paid a little better to give a shit, but even them, I would just
Sure.
be like radioing for help. Like,
Yeah, just lock the doors and hunker down. I'm not
you
stepping
can't
foot
pay me
out
to
of
be a
this thing.
security guard.
Yeah, I was going to say, how cool would it be? I would be like, mall cop. What's his name?
Paul Blart?
There you go.
So you would take the job of security guard and just amp it up to like level 10.
Yeah, definitely.
And be all hands on deck.
100%.
Just-
100%.
Maybe you missed
Grab
your
a kid by
calling.
his hair. What the
See, that's
fuck
where
are
you get in
trying to
trouble.
steal?
That's where you get in trouble.
I love it. All right, let's do some listener feedback here to cap off the show. What do you say?
Hey, what about the what happened with the sync thing?
we'll do it in here.
Okay, cool.
D writes in, Frank is a hater. Give him grief. He is not a sweetie, and he is very judgmental. I'm happy that some people are seeing the real you.
Finally.
Did you? Why don't you read my reply?
Oh, did you reply to this?
I replied to that one.
I'm not a hater. I disapprove of the terrible job Donald Trump did as president. That is all. I'm on D's side.
Yeah. I don't hate. I'm
That
not a
response
hater.
stunk.
I don't hate anybody. Really.
Last episode, I was taken to task for not wanting to celebrate my own birthday and make a big deal out of it. I have to
you're a
say,
Dick.
your old pal Aunt won. More
No, we
people
didn't.
agreed with me than you two.
What?
I don't
Yeah.
think so.
Ashley had the funniest line of all, though. She just wrote, happy birthday, Anthony. I thought that was adorable.
See now, I need an audit on this count. Can we recount these
Let's go back.
these votes?
I mean, I'll go here. Well, somebody wrote actually happy birthday, J-Sabs as well. I thought that was very nice.
Soon.
Because yours is coming up first.
That's right.
That's true. Deborah agreed that Guadalupe is a cool name. Geronimo Alvarez is even better. than Guadalupe Lopez.
That's not bad.
Mike writes in, I don't care for my birthday as well, but I secretly hope people make a big deal. I truly make the big deal I truly deserve.
That's one for our side.
Glowworm writes in, I'm right there with you, Anthony, on the birthday thing. Took off my birthday from Facebook years ago. There's no reason for it except to be noticed and get some kind of recognition.
It's reason enough.
If people choose to know your birthday and send wishes, then it's a good feeling. There you go.
What happens when you get zilch on that day?
Then it's a different story.
And it's a shit feeling.
Yeah, exactly.
You take it down on Facebook and nobody sends you nothing.
Right. And then you're like, I should have kept it up.
Yeah, but then that's like but that's the real thing, though. That's the thing. It's truly what it is. Then nobody gives a shit.
So what? So then what? Then you feel like a big pile of shit.
People writing it on Facebook now is fake giving a shit. It's all fake. It's not real.
Fine. So
what, you live in a fake world?
We all live in a fake world. It's all computers.
Sergeant Nick writes, Anthony, I agree with you about birthdays. That's how I used to purge my friends list. If I didn't talk to you in over a year, I'd delete you. So birthdays, you got to get a happy birthday or a delete.
You see? He wants the happy birthdays.
Yeah, he does.
That's not agreeing with you. That's saying I want the happy birthdays or you're out.
Yeah.
Erica writes, I feel the same way about birthdays my whole life, Anthony.
He's just reading the comments for him. You know that, right?
This is one-sided here.
I'm telling you, they're
fake
real.
News.
That's.
How about we do a poll? We do a poll in our group text.
Nobody gives a shit. I'm telling you.
Let's see.
We're gonna have Arizona recount these votes. We'll get back to you with the real number.
Mm-hmm.
What else you got?
Let me see here. Okay, Frankie, you are so non-judgmental. That is super, especially in a judging world. That was from Frank's mother. So okay.
Thanks, Mom.
That was from Gail, not Frank's mother.
Thanks, Gail.
So that was some listener feedback. Okay, and then maybe the best thing ever. We gave away this stupid SINK thing that Frank had to buy because he's a cheap bastard and he loves buying stupid shit.
Man.
I still don't remember what it was.
Kind of hurt a little.
That I spent 3 times the amount of what it cost him to buy it to send this thing to England.
That's true.
I forget the guy who won it, DJ, whatever his name was. Very nice guy. Wrote me this whole thing apologizing because he was working.
Oh, that's nice.
He was working. They tried to deliver it. For some reason, they required a signature. I don't know why. They should
There's
just
no alcohol in there. It's just a friggin' plastic piece of SINK thing.
So I guess they made 2 attempts and that was it. So he writes me and he goes, they made 2 attempts. And he goes, I even tried, 2 attempts to deliver. I even tried to go to the mail place and get it. The problem is even the post office there doesn't think Epstein did anything wrong. They're too busy covering that shit up. So they couldn't, hold on to it. They sent the friggin' thing back to me.
How annoying.
We're never getting rid of this thing.
Look.
There it is. That is pure. That is, what was it? Stainless steel right there.
I mean, this thing has traveled.
So can we resend it, or is it another $30?
It's definitely traveled more than we've traveled in the last year. So.
This thing has traveled from China to Long Island
to another
part of Long Island
to England. Back to
Long Island. This thing has traveled more than me in the last 2 years with the pandemic. I mean, this is bullshit.
This thing's made it around the world. It's been on 3 different continents.
Yeah. So now we got the stupid SINK thingy back.
So what happens now?
I don't know. What do we do now? Should we give it away again?
Well, this guy won it. We got to give it to him, no?
You've got to send it right back to him.
Can you mail it to... What is he, at work or something?
Yeah, I don't know.
Send it to his workplace.
He worked a lot. He realized it was a piece of garbage and wanted nothing to do with it. I don't know what his reasons were, really, Frank. I'm not entirely sure.
Can we mail it to his workplace? How much is it to mail it? It's like $30, right?
It cost me like $75 to mail this frickin' thing to China.
You're lying.
You didn't mail it to China first.
How much was it to mail this thing?
You mailed it to England. Keep it in the bag.
It was $30.
You don't have to buy. I see. You fucked up. See, you could have reused.
It was
the
already
packaging.
open. The people at the post office couldn't believe that somebody would actually buy this.
You're an ass.
By the way, is this broken?
No, there's three pieces in there.
There's parts in there?
Yeah.
Let me check and see if everything is still misspelled. Yep.
Good. No, they corrected it while it was overseas.
God help me.
Oh, look at this. We sent him a nice little note, too. How about that?
That's nice. I'll never read it.
This is cursed. Don't accept this shipment.
See? I'm just glad it's out of my house.
Yeah.
Enjoy it.
So, I don't know. Should we give it away again?
Well, what's the policy here? I mean, it came back to us. The guy couldn't accept it for delivery. Does that mean it's forfeited?
I don't know. What I think we should do is burn this in a ceremony of some sorts to turn our luck around in the world. That's what I think we should really do.
That makes sense.
Because I don't know if you noticed this, but ever since this came into our lives, we had a global pandemic. So
That's kind of
Came
weird,
into
right?
our lives well into the pandemic.
didn't it?
I don't know.
Did it
I
come
think it was
from a
the
lab?
summer, last summer.
Did it come from a lab?
Did it come from a lab, or did a bat naturally give
Yeah,
this to somebody?
Sure, right.
I don't really know. Not entirely sure.
By
I'm
not going down on someone.
I'm getting.
Frank.
See, my sink thingy is still up and running, functional.
Is it still holding
Is that what you're
soap
thinking?
and other soap things?
Right now, it's holding the pump soap and it's holding the little drain.
You talking
stopper.
about your...
Go ahead, Janine. I interrupted you for making an erectile dysfunction joke.
darn
I
it.
apologize.
Yeah,
Okay,
forget
well,
it.
let's
This is
hear
going to be
it.
a good one, too.
Yeah,
Soft thingy.
Run my stupid mouth.
sink thingy, not soft thingy.
Oh, I'm sorry.
How long have you had the sink thingy for now? Has it been a year?
I don't remember when we started this whole thing. I bought this thing. When was that episode? It's got to be over the summer, last summer, so it's
I don't
almost a
remember.
year.
I have to go watch one episode.
I'd say August or September, something like that.
Kimber writes in, Taco Bell fries are the best. This is our discussion on who had the best French fries, McDonald's,
Really?
Wendy's, or
Taco
Burger
Bell.
King.
Taco Bell has fries?
I didn't know they did.
I haven't
fries.
had Taco Bell in I can't even tell you how long.
I gotta tell you, I love Taco Bell, but my wife does not, so I rarely have it. And when I do have it, I go nuts on it. I order like 5 tacos, a couple of burritos,
Really?
stock them away.
See,
They're
I like
amazing.
their queso. That cheese dip. Oh yeah.
A Taco Bell?
Yeah, I do like it.
Like the plastic cheese, the yellow cheese?
Yep.
Or do they have like a new... Oh, that's it? That's what you're talking about?
Here's my question with Taco Bell.
Yeah.
We have soft shell tacos. Why would
Right.
you go back to hard shell tacos?
Oh, some people like the crunch.
Oh, I love
Yeah,
the
but you
crunch.
take one bite into it and it falls apart.
Yeah,
The best thing ever. And I'm going to give a free plug here, which I rarely do. But it's a Taco Bell thing, but also Del Taco. Is it Del Taco? No, Swell Taco.
swell taco.
Swell taco? Never
Swell Taco has 2 locations in Long Island. If any of you are ever in Long Island and you're in the area, Patchogue or
And Babylon.
Babylon, thank you. They do the double-decker taco. I don't know what Swell Taco
Crunch
calls
wrap.
it.
It's like not crunch wrap. It's like what you
A
would call it?
gordita?
No, it's like
No.
outside is the soft, inside is the hard, and in
See, that's
between,
good.
you put either cheese or beans or both.
To smush it onto it?
The
That's a good-
greatest.
Yep, that's a good look.
See, that's
'Cause
fantastic.
I love that cross-texture-y, like that
Yeah.
softness and then the crunch behind it and the gooiness in between.
Plus, it won't fall to pieces because of the soft shell on the outside.
You're
That's a
right, my
beautiful
friend.
Thing.
They perfected it.
That's wonderful.
Best of both worlds. Do you see, Frank? It doesn't
know what
always
they
have to
should
be
do?
one side or the other. Okay.
You know what they should have next?
Very divisive, though.
Here's another free idea for Taco Bell.
Go ahead.
What they should have is kind of like cannolis. You have the hard shell shaped like a soft shell, and you just stuff all the stuff in it like a cannoli.
You
So
mean
it's all
like
wrapped up like a...
a taquito?
No, but a hard shell taco.
Oh,
Isn't that
Hard
what a
shell taco.
taquito is?
yeah, basically.
No, taquitos are soft, aren't they? But they're
Oh,
they're like a long... I'm talking about you
you
take
just
a
want a
hard shell
phallic
taco.
shaped taco. That's
Yeah,
Just say it.
make it a
you're over
burrito.
here passing.
No, you make it like a cannoli.
You just want a penis? Is that what it is?
A
guess.
gannoli is that GANNOLI?
It's because you're racist against Italians. Doesn't, you know...
I was gonna say you're passing.
Oh.
I don't know what happened to J-Sabs there.
I didn't do that.
You're passing judgment on the our Mexican friends. Look at the
No, I'm not.
look at the cannoli. That shit falls apart after one bite too. That was a poorly constructed thing.
No, it does not.
Yeah.
That it holds together. I mean, a little crust falls off on the outside, but it holds together.
Let me ask you a question.
Yeah, I guess the tacos that I've made, the shell falls apart. So maybe I'm not doing it right.
You're definitely not doing it right. Do you get them from the supermarket?
Hell yeah, I'm not. What do you think? I'm making my own taco shells.
Yeah, but you got to go to what, Ortega? I mean, Jesus.
Damn
man.
right, Ortega.
Oh my God.
What? What do you get?
You're the problem. You're the problem.
What do you get?
Let me ask you a question.
Do you know of another one that I should be getting?
Yeah, there's plenty. There's we go to this like Spanish market. We get the good shit. The
I don't
real
have a Spanish market over here for some reason. That I've seen. We go to Stop and Shop.
racist. Anyway.
What?
There's a great TikTok where the guy just sings about making it's taco night. He got some stuff from the grocery store, and it's all just the whitest, like awful shit. It's just like so terrible.
Tacos are great. I freaking love tacos.
Yeah, but like real tacos, not like the shit that you get at Stop and Shop. But anyway, let me get back to my point. I was making about cannolis. I'm about to slam this one home. Do you like a cannoli?
I do like.
Or if I had to give you a choice between a cannoli, regular cannoli, or cannoli chips.
Cannoli chips.
It's broken up pieces of cannoli shell, and you just dip it in, get your own. Yeah. What would you prefer?
See, I feel like the cannoli cream would be a little too thick, and I'd end up breaking a lot of shells. No?
No. Hold up.
Good. Holds up. I don't know. I don't know. It doesn't matter. Either way, it's the same animal.
I'll tell you. I'll give you the answer. Cannoli chips is way better.
Is it?
Because it doesn't get soggy. You can hold it for days.
You can get that at a bakery, regular?
Bakery. Yeah, I think
the chips.
I think they even have it at your white supermarket that you love so much.
Stop and Shop is a white supermarket.
Yours is, clearly. All they're carrying is Ortega taco shells.
What's wrong with Ortega? They make a good taco shell. Apparently not, because I break them. I love taco night. Taco's a good night. It's a good dinner.
Janine is wondering why you kicked her out because she made fun of the way you said cannoli. That's not right.
Like I control tell her I control. It's because she didn't get vaccinated, and what's his name? Bill Gates kicked her out.
You blame this one on Bill Gates too?
Right. Only vaccinated people are allowed on the podcast.
All right. I'm trying to find that stupid taco night grocery store. Oh, here we go. Let me see. Is this it? No.
Oh, fail.
Damn it.
Failed. Man, I'm gonna move.
All right, I got it. Here it is.
Okay, here we go.
White people taco night. We're getting taco shells from the grocery store and ground beef from the grocery store and shredded cheese from the grocery store and Ortega sauce from the grocery store. And I can't wait to sit at my table and sprinkle everything on into my shells and eat each taco as fast as I can so I can have another taco. 1, 2, 3, 4. White people taco night.
Is there another way? How do? Is there another way? I don't know what's the other way to make tacos.
Yeah, but you don't like that's shit. That's not you don't Spanish people
tell me
hate,
the right way.
Man, they hate that shit. That's not real shit. That's
So
like
what's
not
the real shit?
That's
Tell
not
me.
like
I want to learn.
authentic.
What's authentic?
This is like all right. This is like going and buying what's the jar sauce?
What, ragu?
This is like being like, oh, I love Italian food. I love ragu. I love Prego.
Okay, so
Don't
I
you
have
take offense to that?
I don't care. It doesn't bother me. But I really don't care. Make what you want. Eat what you like. But I don't know what's the right. I have to make my own taco shells. Make my own salsa.
No, you don't. But if you go to like the international food section, there'll be like legitimate like.
What's the brand name? That's the problem.
No, it's not the brand name, but it's not made like that's like it's just like Prego is shit. Ortega is shit. It's not real
All right, what's the good one? I don't
authentic.
know.
There's like tons of them. You just I don't know, pick one out.
Name
I don't,
one. You
I don't know them by name, but I could tell. I know that they're good. There's better
All
shit
right,
out there.
I'd love to buy them. I'd love to use them. I just don't have access to them. If I did, I'd use them. I don't know. You know what I'm using? I'm using Tostitos salsa, or what's that one from New York City?
Yeah, exactly. New York City. Yeah, exactly.
New York, whatever the salsa is. I don't
You
know.
gave Ellie Kemper a hard time and was like she should apologize for her covert racism. Overt or
Why
covert?
do I do these shows?
Her overtly
I get nothing
covert
out of this.
racism.
What am I doing here?
You're doing the
all
same
I do is
thing.
get made fun of.
Not knowing Frank is no excuse.
Are you Captain Planet? Or G.I. Joe? What is
Yeah,
that?
that was part of her thing. You're like, I don't know. That's racist. You should
Not
know.
racist.
Very racist.
I thought I
of
was
you.
I thought I was making tacos. Apparently, I wasn't making tacos.
I would like to apologize.
So wait a minute. So
on behalf of Frank.
So when someone who's not Italian eats pasta with ragu, that's racist?
No, it's just heavily offensive to Italian. Yeah, it's borderline racist.
Okay.
I don't care for it at all.
So everybody listening and watching, you can see what I'm up against here.
You want to hear my Prego? What's the other one? Ragu. Do you want to hear my ragu story?
Not really, but go ahead.
I was dating an Irish girl for a little while. Very nice, lovely girl. Her mother, I actually liked even more. Sweetheart of a lady. And I was over there for dinner. She goes, we're having Italian food tonight. And fear went down my spine.
See, that's racist. You automatically jumped to, well, this is going to be bad.
It was going to be bad because she wasn't a good cook. It has nothing to do with her race.
No, it's because
you're racist.
Irish. You said she's Irish.
No. I was just pointing out.
You started out. Went to the Irish mother. She said we're making Italian food. I got worried. That's what you said.
Okay, that's true.
Count it.
So she goes, yeah, I have ravioli. And I go,
Okay.
oh, okay. I was like, what time is that? Because I have to get going. She's like, no, stay. So I'm like, I was like, I just want you to know. I was like, I love you. I love your hospitality towards me. I was like, but I was like, I have relatives that will physically hit me if I eat ragu sauce. Like, I can't do it.
See, as a gentleman, you shovel it. You just go, you jump in. Even if you try, you don't just go, I have my standards, my family will hate me. You eat the food.
You call me a jerk a lot, and so does my wife, and so do our friends, and you're all wrong. But I will say, in this particular instance, I was a jerk. I refused to eat the ragu sauce.
This was the first time you were at the house, like eating dinner there?
No. It was early on, though, I think.
So they said you refused to eat it. You refused to eat dinner there. So they're all eating, and you're not sitting at the table eating with them.
No. I said just give me the ravioli plain, and she's like, that can't be good. And I said to her, none of this is good. Okay, let's just get through this.
How was the ravioli? Was it at least?
It was dog shit. I don't even know what the fuck. It was terrible. It was dry. If you don't get really good ravioli,
you put sauce on it.
You get that dry, shitty ragout in there. It's not even, it's like awful. It's not even good. There's one good ravioli place, and I will not give them a free plug because I think you can order their shit online.
In HB?
Yeah. I mean, it's ridiculous.
Frozen. They freeze it.
No, but that ragout in there, there's something, I don't know what they're doing, but it is just magnificent.
So make your own. You have a problem with everybody else's food.
But I think it's an insult. By the way, and I was the butt of plenty of Italian jokes in that family, and I took them all like a champ. I was very accepting. I didn't mind it at all. If it was funny, you know me. If it's funny, I laugh at it. I don't care if it's slightly racial towards me. It's okay. But I was not gonna.
You wonder why they make fun of you.
I wasn't going to compromise my religious beliefs for
Your religious beliefs.
I'm pretty sure it's in one of the commandments. It may not have made the top 10, but I think it's in there somewhere that
Some of
Italians shouldn't eat
extras,
ragu.
The DVD extras.
Yeah. Yeah. It's in there.
They're on the back. You turn over the tablet. It's on the back.
It's in the Bible, in the back somewhere. That old dad joke.
You're a dick.
It's after the index.
You eat it, man. You just shovel it in. I remember going to a friend's house. You know who it is, but I slept over. We were in grammar school. I slept over the house, and I had dinner there. And I have a couple of meals Italian meals. I don't know if you know what's the one that's on St. Joseph's, the fish sauce. Do you know that one? It's
Nope.
like made with like sardines or anchovies. I don't remember what it's called. But it's like breadcrumb and anchovies, I think. I love anchovies. I love breadcrumbs. I love sardines. But this sauce, my mom makes it. My grandmother's made it. I can't stand it.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, I think it's puttanesca. I think it's called that. I'm not 100% sure.
I don't think so, but go ahead.
All right. Anyway. So they made it. And I saw it coming. I smelled it. I was like, I'm not going to enjoy this at all. This is going to be terrible. But I shoveled it in because I didn't want to be rude. And I ate the whole thing. And it was
Are you
terrible.
for real?
And it wasn't her cooking. She's a great cook. But I don't like that meal. I hate that meal. And
Yeah, pasta puttanesca is pepper, black olives, capers, olive oil, and garlic. Yeah, that's not sardines.
Oh, that's right. I thought there was a fish. I thought there was a fish involved in there. Okay, maybe not. And I like all those ingredients, but for some reason, that sauce, and it's got a breadcrumb, and it's just a weird sauce. I don't get it, and it tastes the same no matter who makes it.
And you ate it anyway?
I hate it. Number one, I was hungry, and number two, I'm only going to insult the people who made it. They made me food, and I ate it.
Okay, here's the thing, though. I mean, look, I think for the most part, people should just eat it. Yeah, I agree. But that's an awfully weird one. With anchovies is a weird food, and I like anchovies, but that's a weird food.
I love anchovies
on somebody, especially a kid.
But that's not one of the ingredients you said, right?
Yeah, you know what? When the neighbor kid comes over for dinner, just order a pizza. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, It's time to put the heritage away and just get it.
That's true.
It's burger night. You know what I'm saying?
That's true.
That's crazy.
I don't know, but I've eaten over that house a bunch of times. It's always good. But this one time, they just happened to make something I didn't like.
See, I took a stand, and I'll tell you what. They looked at me with disgust, and I couldn't see my face. But I had to watch them eat it, and I was looking at them with disgust, I believe.
Did they enjoy it?
Way too much. You shouldn't be proud of eating fucking ragu.
I don't know what to tell you.
That's why who was that little chunky girl? When she started putting spaghetti with ketchup, I almost had a heart attack. Who was that? The girl.
Honey Boo Boo?
Honey Boo Boo. Honey Boo Boo. Honey Boo Boo's thing was putting ketchup on spaghetti noodles.
Yeah, no, that's gross. But people like to eat what they like to eat. Everybody has different.
I know you anti-Trumpers think we just went to the lowest point of the country the last 4 years. That was the lowest point of society.
It's pretty low. But again, you put ketchup on hot dogs, and I'm not a big fan of that. That's gross.
That's totally more acceptable than. And by the way,
more acceptable, but
I'm a hot dog. I'm a mustard guy too.
Mustard's great, but ketchup on a hot dog is just.
I don't do that really. If I do like cheese, if I do like a cheese dog.
I feel like anytime we've been anywhere where you've had a hot dog, it's been ketchup, and I've almost thrown it.
I swear to God, what do I put on hot dogs? Ketchup or mustard? Mustard. Thank you.
See, I want a place. I don't think. What's the nearest place that does all the hot dogs with all the crap on it? It's got like a million things.
Yeah, Chicago's. That was a big thing in Chicago. The Coney dogs.
Those always look good. It's like a pickle on it and like relish and all this kinds of crap.
Yeah.
Those look good.
I'm down with that too. Lately, I've been putting, instead of ketchup, because I really don't, but I like tomato. Like a tomato on a dog.
Never
with some other shit on it. Lettuce and everything. It's good.
Okay.
That's freaking good.
Those hot dogs, though. Was it not Sonic? Sonic doesn't do that, right? What's that?
No, they did. Yeah, they did. Yeah. Right. I think they did for a while. But it was like again, that was like a case where they were copying a real authentic place that really did it.
Okay.
You,
what we need.
we have an authenticity issue, Frank. That's what I'm learning on this episode.
What do you mean?
We've got to get you to the authentic places. You're out here talking about Stop and Shop for Mexican food and
I'm talking about
fucking
getting Mexican
Sonic
food
for
wherever
hot
you can get it.
dogs.
I'll get it wherever, if there's a place by me that sells authentic stuff, I'll get that. I don't care. I'm not opposed to it. I just can't I just haven't, maybe it's laziness. I haven't looked for it. I don't know.
I
just
couldn't
buy
hear you
it.
cut out.
I'm in the
Laziness or
aisle.
racism? What'd you say? Just
You're
repeat
an
it.
assism. I hate asses, and you're the number one on the list. It's ass.
I'm number one
assism.
ass on the list.
Yeah, you're an ass, and I'm an assist.
Oh, Jesus.
Calling me a racist for eating an Ortega.
Do you think Batman was like they caught him in the act? That's what it sounded like. It's very disturbing.
Caught him in the act? No, they. What?
Like somebody opened the door and there he was.
Oh, like what did the scene look like?
Yeah.
I think it was just Batman and Catwoman. You know how they both happen to be at the same crime scene at the same time. She's there to like take advantage of the crime. He's there to stop it. But then they get physical and then they kiss or something. Like in Batman Returns with Catwoman. They tackle each other and then one thing leads to another. Bada bing, bada boom.
It's all very disturbing.
And the Penguin makes an appearance. That was a penis joke.
Got it. Think we'll leave it there.
Don't leave it there. Say something else.
Head on over.
I don't want to leave it there.
Head on over to shopanthonyanero.com. Grab a sweatshirt, grab a mug, a t-shirt, the Legalized Comedy shirt. Hot for a while, cooled off. I don't know what's selling the most right now. I'm not going to look it up. But those Legalized Comedy shirts were moving for a little while there. So grab one of those. That's fun for everybody. Of course, when you shop with shopanthonyanero.com, you're supporting the podcast, which is always great. You guys get something. We get a little something to keep this bad boy running. Somebody's got to feed the hamster that's running on the wheel. You know what I'm saying there, Frank?
I don't know what the hell you're talking about, but sure.
Sorry. And of course, rate and review on Apple Podcasts. Thumbs up on Facebook or YouTube. Appreciate you guys as always. AnthonyOnAir.com has all our links and information, past shows, and so much more. We'll catch you on the next one. White people taco night. That's going to get stuck in your head.
It's already stuck in my head. Did you ever hear, what was his name?